Hello, my name is Jody. My husband David John and I have a small farm in the panhandle of North Idaho. These are our stories and adventures. So welcome to Moose Flats Farm. On to today's adventure. Hi guys, so glad you made it. Why don't you come inside where it's nice and warm because it's kind of chilly out there. The day I'm putting this up is going to be December 6th, 2022. It will be the end of the first 4 years of being on YouTube, sharing our stories and adventures, and starting year 5. So what I'm going to be doing over the next couple days is we'll go around and look at the different things that have changed in the last 4 years. May hit on some projects that are going to be upcoming. We always seem to come up with something to do. So that's basically what this video is about. Let me start at the beginning. We actually started this YouTube channel because my 2 oldest children and my 2 oldest grandsons moved to South Carolina to spend time with their dad and stepmom. Awesome for them. Completely miss them to death, but started this as a way for them to keep tabs on what's going on up here in North Idaho. So from that, it has kind of morphed into what it is now. We do a little bit of everything on this channel. In the spring and summer, our main focus is going to be on gardening. We have a massive garden that at one point I'll be showing you. We do raise birds. We have Chinese crested geese. We have 1 Emden, a little female, not that she's little, and 2 African geese, a male and a female, and they have done amazingly well. That we wound up hatching out, I think it was like 13, 14 goslings this year. Unfortunately, only 9 of them made it to maturity, but unfortunately, sometimes bad things happen on a farm. When we started with animals, we started with ducks. And they were kind of a random mix. And then we switched to mallards and weren't really impressed with them. And happened to stumble upon the Muscovy breed that I love to death, except for this time of year. And I'm sure I'll be showing you what mischievous stuff they do in the late fall, early winter time. We have gone through a couple different types of chickens. We've done the barnyard mix. We're going exclusively Russian Orloff. The strain of Orloff I got was very disappointing. They were small bodied, the eggs were small, and they're supposed to be a dual purpose breed. So in my ever-growing search for dual-purpose breeds, we have now are trying the lemon cockeroo. It comes from the Rhine River region in Germany. There's like 2 other breeds that are same kind of line as the lemon cockeroo that in the spring I will be adding hens from those 2 lines up to my chickens. We have heritage breed turkeys. We have a white Langenzit. It's the faded version of a bronze turkey. Those 2 are hens, Shadow and LeBron's. And then we have a Spanish black Tom. That is Professor Snape. And 3 of their children, they haven't been, the eggs that or the babies that I've gotten from them are ones that I've hatched. The hens are just not figuring it out. And then this fall, we added a 4-month-old peacock to the chaos of the barnyard. His name is Sultan. He's integrating pretty good with the chickens. Next spring he will be transitioning over to the turkeys. And as far as inside pets, we have a German Shepherd. His name is Kiesel. We have a toy poodle. Her name is Bella. And we have 2 cats, Maverick and Yeti, that they kind of show up here and there in the videos. So those are the characters in the house. And other things that we cover on this channel is we do home cooking. I do show some canning. I do show, it's like right now we're in the process of smoking some bacon, which is going to be a video coming up here shortly on doing homemade bacon. We do painting projects, we do sewing projects, we do building projects, and we'll be going through and seeing the different structures that we have built. So I've got 2 hens that have flown out, which typically is no problem, but they have been. Getting into the koi pond right there, which is not good for in the koi pond because they deposit their fecal matter in there, which increases the nitrogen load, and since it's half frozen over, so. And the Muscovies, the hens really just become flyers in the fall and winter when they're not full of eggs. And I do have a couple drakes that have been flying out for some reason, but that's what I was talking about, the mischievous Muscovies. But I want to do a panoramic because the sun is just coming up right after last night's snow, and it is so pretty out here. And that smoke that you're seeing on the screen is from I'm smoking a turkey. Well guys, you may want to grab your winter coat for going outside. We're going to go out and do a walk around, show you some of the projects we've gotten done, some of the projects that are on the to-do list. And I will be going through and flashing some old pictures to show you the differences. And one thing I did forget to mention that we have is we do have a koi pond that has 12, 13 koi in it and about 6 goldfish, and then these little feeder fish that we actually put in there purposely for the gardener snakes so they'd quit harassing the koi. So we're gonna go out and take a look at the frozen koi pond. And like I said, we've had a drastic change in weather from when this video started, so grab your coat and let's go outside. So out here, half under the deck and out, is our koi pond that right now, even though it looks like it's completely frozen, you can see and hear right where my shadow is, the waterfall is still flowing, so there is a body of liquid water underneath that frozen tundra. Let's walk up to the seed shed and discuss what we have done in there in the last 4 years. So as you see, it's all decorated for the winter holidays.
And this is in the wintertime where I keep some of my bigger house plants that are typically out on the deck. And I have brought in the water plants from the bog that we have for the koi ponds. Show you those and then kind of tell you what we have done in here and what our plan for this winter is in here, because we will be spending a lot of time this winter and spring in this shed. You've got my 2 citronella plants and then the big palms, the millet grass that I don't think it's going to come back next year, but we'll see. And then I've got 4 trays of the water plants. And we have gone through in here, insulated and put plastic on the ceilings and the walls, and then added the tin to help reflect light. But what we're going to be doing this winter is we are going to be OSBing the sides, and on the ceiling we have some rigid foam insulation that's got the silver back. So we'll be putting that on the ceiling with the silver side out to help reflect light when we are in here starting our seeds, which it looks like seed starts will, at least for the vegetables, will be starting on March 1st with our peppers. We probably will start some flower starts before that, and we'll be going through all the other goodies that are in here in the seed shed. So let's go up. The thing that we did this fall was the 2 hoop houses for the geese and the turkeys. Let's take a look up and see what they look like. And it's kind of cool, the geese don't want to come out even though that gate has been open for about 4 hours this morning. And we got a really good wind, another storm is blowing in. So yeah, it's gonna get kind of noisy just because I'm coming out and the geese are going to talk, but we're going to go in and check out the 2 hoop houses. Let's go and start with the turkey hoop house. Turkeys. There's another one. And then there's Shadow. As you see in here, we have some muscovies that aren't supposed to be in here. But we have gone through and added the total of 3 of the upright beams for holding the snow. And it's slid in spots, and other spots like here, you can kind of see how it's concaving down. See if we can get the snow to slide. Okay, so I got some of it off. That takes 2 hands to do. So let's go take a quick peek at the, oh, and the turkeys do use this at night. Yes, LeBrons. They come in here and roost. They've got food and water in here. So the only thing we have left to do on the 2 hoop houses is get the Dutch doors built that I want to put on them. But let's go to the noisy one and see what it's looking like. And here is the goose one with some scobies in it, but it has a tendency to drop the snow better than the turkey one. And the geese don't use this as much as I would like. Definitely, I think if we had a door on it and shoot them in at night, they would use it a lot more. But a project we're working on. So let's go take a look at what has changed for the ducks themselves. So we have gone through, and under that pile of snow there is a pond for them. But the big change for the ducks and for us is this structure here was originally built as a work area for David John, and then we built his new workshop, so this became a spot for the birds. Over on this side of the Ziggy shed and this lean-to used to be where we kept all our firewood, and then last year we converted it into a shed for the ducks. And there, as you see in here, just put down fresh bedding for them, and they're nice and happy in here. This does give them a little more protection than the clear shed from the wind, so that's why there's more hanging out here than under the clear shed, but they do use both. The absolute, as far as for the birds, the absolute biggest change that we have done is our chicken coop started as a 10 by 10 metal arrow shed that had seen better days. So I think pretty much the beginning of our YouTube channel that spring, we tore down the one metal arrow shed and built the chicken coop side of this. And then the year after, we built David John's workshop on it. And then we added last year, we added the wood shed off to the other side. Let's go take a peek at the chickens and Sultan, our peacock. And this can tell you how warm it can get in there. That's frost condensation on the plastic. So this is my brooder area that we added a couple years ago. Have modified it this year for this winter. Get the door shut. We have added this 6-hole nesting box. As you saw on a recent video, I added this door where a window was. And the walls are plastic in here because one of the worst things you can do for chickens in the winter is put a heat light on them, because they won't develop their winter feathers, and if you lose power, you're most likely going to lose most of your chickens. And it's like, where are they hiding? I have a couple hens that are going through their molt, and because all the roosters are gone, other than Sparkles, they're able to regrow their feathers even though it's been like almost 0 degrees for a couple nights. They're doing just fine, because when this door is shut, it gets really warm in there because they just naturally can heat themselves. But with it being backlit, you can see Sultan right there. He's doing really good. And it's like, let's see if the camera will focus on her, but This is one of the little girls that's been going through a molt, getting all her feathers back. Yeah, guys, I'm going to shut the door. And it's like, that's my little free chick that I got this year when I got the lemon cockaroos. I wish I knew what kind of rooster he's going to be, because he sure is pretty. So on the other side, like I said, is David John's workshop, where he's got all his woodworking tools for all of our projects around. And it's like last year his project was doing birdhouses. So let's go take a look at the greenhouse, and that is a structure that I think we built 10 years ago, and we have gone through and put up insulation in there, so in the spring we can have a heater on in there besides the wood stove, and the seedlings from the seed shed can get moved up here to start hardening off. Oh, it is so nice in here. Outside is about 26 degrees, not counting the wind chill that's going on because of the wind. But with the wood stove going, I've got it up to about 40, 44 in here. Mainly trying to get the snow to slide off the roof. But this is the remnants of last year's tomatoes in here. Have those semi-frozen tomatoes, which is a project that we're going to be working on here in a couple days. And we have built a hoop house, and I didn't get it dug out. I'll kind of show you what it looks like from outside. We're not going to be able to get out to it because I've shoveled enough snow today. And then we'll go talk about the garden. Oh, before I forget, this is where our woodshed is, right off the side of David John's shed in the chicken coop. But the hoop house, you can kind of see a door right there. We'll have to, in the next couple days, get out here and get a path dug and get some of the snow taken off. And as you guys see there, that gate is completely open. And so is the deck gate over there. My ducks are staying over there in their area. For the most part, they've stopped doing their flying adventures and have decided to stay over there where it's nice and warm. But as far as our garden goes, and can't really get to it, and this is where pictures are going to come in handy. We have a pear tree right here in front, and behind that is a raised bed to start, and then some small raised beds in grounds, and then all the way at the end is a raised bed. And then we've got 5 raised beds right along there. Apple tree orchard. And then the newest area that we have added is these in-ground raised beds in here. And I'm not sure how well the mounds of where the beds are going to show up on camera. Like I said, this is where pictures will come in handy. But another look at the middle of the garden with its raised beds. So let's go inside and we'll wrap this video up. Well, that's a little snapshot of what Moose Flats Farm is all about. Like I said, this is the anniversary of us ending our 4th year and starting our 5th year on YouTube, sharing and teaching teaching some of the things that we know, some lessons that we've learned the hard way, and some we just accidentally stumbled across and they work great. We both love teaching and showing, so we will be continuing to do that. So don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, ring the notification bell, let you know when we've uploaded a new video. And it's one of those, typically in the winter we only upload once a week. In the spring, when there's a lot more stuff going on outside, we do bump that up to twice a week. So don't forget to subscribe, and until next adventure, bye for now.